Okay, this is my 2019 Honda Civic Type R. It is my daily driver. Usually I take it to work because hatchback life makes filming so much easier. I do some occasional track days, but mainly it is my street car and the goal is to build it as clean as possible. And most importantly, have fun driving it. As you all know, I used to own a Subaru BRZ as well. That car was my garage queen. It had a wide body, air suspension, all that good stuff. I tried to make that car as aggressive and clean as it could possibly be. Now for the Type R, most of the mods I put on this car are going to be OEM plus. My goal for this build is to make it a clean street car, comfortable, with some performance mods here and there where it counts. Which is why I chose the RSR Best Eye Active Coilovers. These are the only coilovers in the market that retain the factory 3-mode adjustable active dampening system in the Type R. If you were curious what suspension I had before, I just had the RSR Super Down lowering springs. These were great as they were comfortable and made my car sit pretty low. But because they're just springs, there's basically no adjustability in dampening or height. Not to mention there was a lot of suspension travel, so I would rub quite a lot under spirited driving. You see here in this picture, I'm taking this corner and it literally looks like I'm on bags. Jane, on the other hand, opted for the RSR Club Racers, since her goals for the Supra are more track-oriented. She just got a Subaru WRX STI as her daily, so she's gonna full stand and track her Supra, so the Club Racers are perfect for her because she won't be needing any of the active dampening. Me, on the other hand, I want my Type R to be the comfortable car, so I'll keep the active dampening, whereas my E36 M3 can be the drift car. I'm super excited to install and test these active coilovers as they perfectly fit my needs for now. Hopefully these are comfortable and give me a little more performance.
Hey guys, Jane here. I'll be taking over because Steven had to take a fat shit, and God knows how long that's gonna take. Okay, so let's move on with the coilover review. When we opened the box, everything was packaged very neatly. It was really great. RSR supplied us with everything we needed for the install, including the hardware and basically any little thing you needed. I don't really need to praise RSR's build quality since everything they've released has been pretty solid as a product, and it's some of the best suspension out there in the game. Steven's always wanted RSRs on his car back when he had the BRZ, back when he was actually Spam Subi. But he was too much of a cheap ass. My favorite part is that they're red. You know, it's kind of like the best color, no bias or anything. The install was straightforward, not the easiest, but nothing too crazy. Special thanks to AutoTune for installing everything correctly. If you're local and need any work done, we definitely recommend paying a visit to them. They do a lot of work on CTRs, Supras, 86s, and pretty much any other car. Young T is a perfectionist, and Steven's been bringing his BRZ there since like 2014, and now his Type R. And I bring my Supra to him for everything because I don't really trust anyone else.
That's the mounting hardware, right?
Yeah, this right here is so I can tie up my hair later so it doesn't get in the way. Hey Steven, let me get your nuts.
I got him!
Thanks.
All in all, the coilovers seem really well built, and we can't wait to test out the active dampening on the street and even at the track. Steven wanted the actives because he's a little bitch, but I'm not, so I got the Club Racers for my Supra because I don't need none of that dampening. My car is a lot more track focused, but it's cool because RSR really has something for everyone out there.
Hey, so how is it, David? Meh. Okay, let's test out the coils. We are at Willow Springs, Streets of Willow. we are going we're going clockwise. I know these coils are more for, you know, street, but let's see how it does compared to springs. We go R mode.
Oh shit, I gotta pee. Damn, that's night and day difference, dude. Dude, you got so much smoother. Before, you were like, you didn't trust yourself, so you were like very fidgety. This, you're very smooth and good shit. Yeah. It's not you, it's your coilovers. You're still a shitty driver.
Okay, so my final verdict. They feel solid, and most importantly, they're comfortable on the street and give me better feel than my previous springs could ever. If you daily drive and occasionally track like me, the RSR Actives are what you should get. If your Type R is your dedicated track vehicle, maybe go for the Club Racers instead. In the end, I'm enjoying my Type R way more now that I have these coilovers, and that was the main goal, simply to just have as much fun as I can with this car. The track event I tested my suspension at was hosted by The Starting Grid. If you're a complete newbie at tracking and feel intimidated to go to a public track event, learning the basics with no pressure at all, The Starting Grid is 100% the way to go. Groups are divided into experience, so you can sign up with your friends and drive with beginners alike, or jump into more experienced groups if you'd like as well. If you enjoyed this video, check out my channel as I upload cinematics and tutorials on how to shoot video. And if you wanted to keep up with the builds, I also have a bunch of videos on the Type R, E36 M3, Jane's Supra, her STI, as well as a bunch of other friends' cars.